Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Saturday, the 22nd of August. We continue to look for some kind of insights in the book of Ruth. And Ruth has gone out and gleaned in the fields, come back with this abundance, and tells Naomi that everything that had happened and that the man whose field she's gleaning in was Boaz. And Ruth then says to her, that man's one of our kinsman redeemers. In verse 21, we continue. Then Ruth, the Moabite, said, he even said to me, stay with my workers until they finish harvesting all my grain. And that again changes the picture slightly. He said, keep coming back. That makes life even better. And Naomi said to Ruth, her daughter-in-law, it will be good for you, my daughter, to go with the women who work for him, because in someone else's field you might be harmed. And that just again highlights the predicament they were in, that had Ruth gone to any other field, there was this constant threat to unmarried women, to widows and orphans in society where they didn't have somebody to protect them, that they were at the mercy of other people. And so to stick with Boaz's workers made sense, because Boaz had offered her protection. And so stay there, you have that protection. And so Ruth stayed close to the women of Boaz to glean until the barley and wheat harvests were finished. And she lived with her mother-in-law. And as I read through that, he said, stay with my workers until they finish the harvest. And Naomi says, it'll be good for you to stay with them. And it struck me, that's just common sense. This isn't some great spiritual insight. This isn't something discerned truth that Naomi came upon by a lot of prayer and fasting. This was complete common sense. He's made you this offer, do that. That's perfectly sensible. And I was struck by how often what is common sense is also the most godly. And we sometimes think that because God is God and he is all-powerful and he is miraculous, that he will work wonderful and strange things in our life, that we'll have burning bushes and all of those other miraculous stories. Whereas in actual fact, 99% of the time, God works in a very straightforward, common sense kind of way. He's created the world, he's created the order of the world, he's created what is natural and good. And so it's logical that he'd work through those natural processes most of the time. And so I pray that as you go through life, and if you're like me, all of my life is plain straightforward, common sense, nothing spectacular, nothing dramatic, just day by day doing what is clearly the right thing. And I pray that if that's your life, you'll also have a sense that that's where God is. That is a godly thing. That is how God guides us through our days, with common sense. So may you share that common sense with other people, and when you hear common sense from other people, latch onto that and say, that is God guiding me. The common sense, doing the right thing. Be blessed.